welcome to Conversations with Deborah Franklin. Y'all, tonight's show is going to be fire because when I tell you when things start happening around you, things start happening to you, you know something good is getting ready to happen because I always look at the positive and not the negative of a situation. All kinds of things are going on. We got cars breaking down. We got clothes not fitting right. We got hair not on right. I'm trying to figure out where is the thread, honey. But you know, it's all going to work out in the end. So we're going to be right back with you with Motivational Moment. Welcome back to Conversations with Deborah Franklin, y'all. I'm so excited about tonight. We got some big announcements, but before we go into the announcement, I do have to give a shout out to my family. We lost another family member, my uncle, my cousin's father. He did pass this week. I want to give a shout out to their family and my condolences to Larry Tryon. He was one of my supporters. He was in my life basically maybe all of my life. So a lot of times when y'all would hear me say, hey, Unc, thanks for tuning in. That's who it was. He was always tuning in when he could catch the show. He was battling with a form of cancer. But as soon as I get more information, we'll definitely share that out with everybody. But I just want to give a shout out to the family to be strong. And, you know, it all works out. And he lived a very, very long, he was a very vibrant person. But tonight's show, y'all, tonight's show is something that everybody goes through, and that's transitions. We are talking about transitions. We started out the year. We said that you had the keys. We said it was time to make a move. We said that you are your sister's keeper. We were celebrating a sister. We were doing all of that. But tonight, y'all, I think about a lot of times I've talked about Lot and his wife. Lot got the word that, you know, move from where you are. Do what you're supposed to do and go out and take your family. You're going to go to a new land and you're going to do this. But y'all, something happened. He had to leave. And when he had to leave, we always talk about Lot's wife looking back. And I always say that sometimes we can't look back because we don't want to be like Lot's wife and turn into a pillar of salt. But at the end of the day, we have to think about, why was she looking back? Was life so good, so well, that she felt like there was nothing else that she could do? Did she feel like that where she was going was going to this unknown was going to be hard? But the thing is, we always talk about don't turn into a pillar of salt. But I'm telling you, this is not your season to look back. You got to treat your past just like it is in the past. And remember, just like you have a rear view mirror in your car, that's what you have to look at your past as. It's not for you to keep looking at. It's for you to take a glimpse so you'll know how far that you have come. And I want you to get ready for this transition because I'm getting ready. Y'all, we're getting ready. Conversations is getting ready to make some transitions, getting ready to make some really hard decisions. In fact, we are changing staff. We're getting ready to change locations. We're getting ready to change how we do things with conversations because we want conversations to take it to that next level. We've already transitioned. The first part, I told y'all, transition. I've been transitioning now for about 15 years. And I know that sounds crazy, but I had to make that move when I left Texas to come to the East Coast. I didn't have a job. I didn't have anywhere to live. All I knew was that I knew I needed to move. I got here. I got a job. And started doing pretty good for myself, started meeting people. What I came to the East Coast to do changed. And that's why I'm saying sometimes what you plan may change because in that transition, we really don't know the whole picture until we start to live it, until we start to experience it, until we take on what we're supposed to take on and do it. And so when we start looking at and then I was like, okay, then I got settled in Baltimore. And I was like, okay, Baltimore's good. Baltimore's fine. But then I was like, okay, I said, it's time for you to move again. You've established yourself here. You've made connections here. But now it's time for you to take another leap of faith and do something else. Walk in your purpose like I'm telling you to. And so when you start to think about what is my purpose, what is my goal, what do you have to change? Because then it was like I had to quit a good job, a job that I knew what I was doing, a job where I was getting comfortable, a job where I could come in and do what I had to do, roll out, do this, do that. No questions asked. Who does that? But then I said, okay, now it's time for me to transition again. I had to leave that job, and I didn't know where I was going to work, didn't know where I was going to interview. And then I found out that even though I had put my name in the hat, that I had where I wanted to go, the door didn't open, and I was wondering why. But come to find out, I wasn't in the system. Only one place could see that I was looking for a job. And I said, wow, that is amazing. I never would have thought that in a million years. So that was a part of my transition too, to get to where God wanted me to be. So I want you to start thinking about what is happening around you that's making you feel like you're not really sure, but you know that it's time for you to move. You know that it's time for you to do, but you're not really sure why you're in this situation. Well, guess what, guys? That's part of the transition, and that's part of the process. You have got to learn how to trust the process. When you are going through your transition, you have to trust what's going on around you. Just like the seasons come, we pack up all the winter clothes, or like I did, I got rid of all the winter clothes that I thought that couldn't fit, and now that the season is changing, I'm like, oh my God, I got to transition into something new. Just like I did a show today, and he was like, where, sir? And I was like, I ain't got this. But guess what? It was in my closet. So trust the transition. Trust what you are doing, and know that your decisions that you're making is what you need to make and what you need to do. Because my friend that's coming on today, I wish she was able to get into the studio, but things happen, and we'll talk about that when we get her on. Get her on via Skype, but we're going to talk about the transitions that even we made as friends, transition even that we made as putting a business together and thinking about what to do, because y'all, in this time, we got to be ready, because you got to start somewhere. And when you start at a certain place, you have to be ready to make that change. So if nothing else, guys, get ready, because it is time for that transition to take you and catapult you to another level. Because when you get ready to go to another level, you don't know why you had to get this job. It might have been to meet this person, but then you're like, okay, but why am I here? And this is what I thought I was going to do. But guess what, guys? It's part of the transition. Again, don't get like Lot's wife. Don't look back so long that you turn into a pillar of salt, and all you can do is just be there, because then you're no flavor to anybody. You're just there. All right, guys, we'll be right back with you in just a moment. Conversations with Deborah Franklin, y'all. I got my special guest on with me tonight, one of my good girlfriends. We have, oh my God, you would think we have known each other for like 9 million years, but it's only been almost a year. I want to welcome none other than Miss Naomi. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say her name. I'm supposed to say Miss Be Inspired is in the house with us tonight. Hey, girl.
Hey.
How are you?
I am doing so well.
You are so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Y'all, I got to tell the story. My good girlfriend stopped. She couldn't make it to the studio, so her stuck in her car. But she looked good doing it though. That's all that matters.
Thank you.
Well, tonight's show, we are talking about transitions, and my girl has definitely done some major transitions, and, we talked about transitions, just in general. And one thing that we said, it takes a lot of prayer, a lot of thought. What do you think? What is the biggest thing that you would have to say for somebody that's embarking upon a transition?
So, first of all, I'll say that usually there's a lot of fear and apprehension around transition. You hear that word transition. For some, it's intimidating to even make that change, because when we talk about transition, that's what we're doing. We're making a change. And a lot of people may be afraid of change. They're used to being comfortable and in that safe place, I will call it. But one of the things that I would encourage people to do is try to get over that fear of change because of what you don't know that's on the other side.
Right.
For me, that was one of the biggest hurdles for me, is because I'll give you a brief story. For me, I worked for the government for almost 17 years.
Wow.
And that was a safety net for me. That was something that I've always known. I was the 6-figure salary girl when I left there. And the money was good and it was wonderful.
Right.
And most people would look at me and say, why would you leave a job where you're making 6 figures to
That's
go
a whole bunch of zeros, girl. That's a whole bunch of zeros.
Yes, indeed. A lot. And it was sustaining my family, but I was at a place in my life where it was crucial for me to make a change. And that change was for me to go into full-time entrepreneurship.
Right.
It was something that I wanted to do, but it didn't all line up right then and there. My husband and I needed to agree with one another on it, and we both at the same time didn't necessarily agree that was the move that we needed to make. But when we both came on one accord and agreed that was the timing for me to leave my job, that's what I did. So this past May 2018, I left my job of 16 years to start my own business.
Woo-hoo.
And yes, it was a little scary. But this is something I want to encourage everybody. If you can just get over that fear, and you only can do that through prayer, for one thing, you have to consecrate yourself. You have to put yourself in a place where you can hear God clearly and make sure that you're able to make the right decisions and make the right moves. Don't just jump out there if you have not heard from God, if your spirit does not agree.
Honey, wait a minute. Whoa, say that one more again. Don't do what?
Do not step out there if you have not heard God, or if your spirit does not agree, because what you could do is end up stepping into a situation that becomes difficult for you. When you are in alignment with your destiny and your purpose, doors will just begin to open like you would never believe. Trust me when I say that. And I can say it so passionately because I am living it. So if you could, first of all, get over that fear of what you don't know that's on the other side. And if you come in alignment with God and your spirit agrees and you are in line with your purpose, doors will open that you cannot imagine.
And you said a mouthful, because so many times that we let the fear, but then we've had this conversation. What do you do when you know you've heard from God, you know you walking in your plan and your purpose, but then you got those. Why you leaving your job and you got 6 figures? You know you got them kids to take care of. Why you gonna do that? Who say that? So in other words, your naysayers and your haters. How do you come against that?
And that's why I said your prayer life and your spiritual aspect has to be in place. Because now let's be clear, let's be real about it. People always say, "Oh, I don't care what people think." Okay, so let's pause right there.
Yes. Let's deal with that.
Right. Let's be real and real honest about it. You do get concerned about what people say.
Yes.
You do think about it, and in some instances it does affect you. But you can decide how much it affects you. And that's why I said you have to get in a place where you have meditated, when you have prayed, because that is what's going to sustain you. When people say things about you, and when you know you've heard the voice of God, it does not matter what anybody else says, but that only comes from making sure that your spiritual side is intact. And that's the best advice I can give, because when my spiritual side was not intact.
Right.
When my spiritual side was not intact, I knew, because I was affected by everything everybody else said, because I was easily frustrated, because I was easily fearful. So those things that should not affect us when our spiritual side is not intact will, if it's not. So that's why I say prayer is so important. Consecration, meditating, listening to positive like YouTube videos and things like that. Those things are going to help you, because that's what your mind is going to gravitate to. Whatever you feed yourself is what you gravitate to. Exactly. But if you are constantly allowing negative stuff in, then you're going to grab onto all of the negative stuff that people are saying around you. But when you build up your spirit, man, when you build up the positivity in you, then that's the stuff. Anything of a good report, think on these things.
Come on here. You better preach, preacher.
It gives you, scripture is so clear. It gives you a roadmap for how you should live your life. And if you follow it, some of the pitfalls that we go into, we can avoid.
We can. And I totally agree with you, because I had to bring that up, because, we talk. And it's like a lot of times people don't realize that you got to have friends in your corner, and sometimes they don't have to know all of your business, but you got to have somebody that can be your cheerleader. And then they might not even know that they are your cheerleader, because it could be just that one that give you that smile and say, "Hey girl, good morning, you doing it right now." And you be feeling like but it's like that's what you need, and that makes things that transition so much. Now, Cynthia Allen, we got some Facebook comments. Cynthia Allen said, "This is a great. Hold on. This is great because right now I am helping people to transition with their wealth. So that's major. We talked about that too. So how would you talk about, I'm sorry, we got to go back to this fear thing, because a lot of times people say, well, fear is the false evidence of appearing real. Yeah, that's true. But just like with anything else, if you're not questioning yourself, if you're not feeling just a little tug, I'm not saying that you're fearful, but cautious, maybe I should say the word cautious, then something is also off as well, because you can't think that everything is gonna work right. You know what I'm saying? So how would you deal with that? Because, we say don't have fear, but in essence, you got to have something, because, it's just like when they say, you get up to speak and you don't have the butterflies, then it's just you. And it's not, but how do you've taken you completely out of the situation?
So let me just say this. There's a difference between fear and then having the spirit of fear.
Come on here.
Now, fear is a natural human reaction to things. If there's danger around or if there's something that you need to be concerned about, fear was built into us so that we can be aware of those things. And so that is a healthy type of fear. Children have it. If they see something dangerous, they're not going to go to it, So that is a healthy fear. Unhealthy fear is when you have the spirit of fear where it controls your actions and everything that you do. And then that's when you get in trouble. When your life is predicated on that fear, that every decision you make is based on that fear. And that's what's unhealthy. So it's natural when you're getting ready to come into a change or a transition in your life to have that fear. What you have to make sure you distinguish is that it is not something that is controlling whether or not you make or do that particular thing.
I totally agree. Because, fear comes in so many packages. But I want us to move on a little bit in our transitions. Are you doing good? Do we need to take a quick break and come back? Are you good? Or we want to keep going?
I'm good.
Look, yeah. See, this is my homegirl, because I got to talk about this. First of all, Miss Be Inspired has her own radio show, but she did something in the past, let's say, not even 60 days. She did this something where she ain't on the air. So let's go ahead and dive in. What did you do, Miss Thing, to get on transition? Because she made a transition off the airways. What did you do, girl?
Yes, so over the summer, I decided to step down from doing radio hosting. I appreciated that platform, and it's not that I'm going to leave that world at all, because I totally love it. And anybody who knows, and Deborah knows, that once you become a radio host, it's just something that's a party. It's not something you could just put down and leave.
Right.
So I definitely will go back to it, but right now, I've started my own media company.
Yes.
It's a media consulting company. And we just recently, this week, got the keys to our new office. So I'm excited. The media company, it's considered an all-purpose media company. It's called Be Inspired Global LLC. And my husband, I am the CEO. My husband is the creative director. He has a degree in film, and I have a degree in business. So we brought those two worlds together, and we're going to be able to offer people consultation and advice in media if they want to start or expand their existing media platform, if they need red carpet interviews, if they want to even film a commercial, whatever. We're going to be able to provide that. And in the near future, my next step is, and I'll just go ahead on and give you an exclusive.
Go ahead and put. Yes, you heard it first here live on Conversations with Deborah Franklin. What is the exclusive, honey?
Yes, in 2019, my husband and I are going to be stepping out on faith and starting our own radio station.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
And the reason why I'm doing this is I'm grateful for the platform I was. Shout out to BeExposedRadio.com, one of the greatest radio stations in Baltimore. I'm telling you, that's where I got my start. Yep. That's where I got my inspiration. But what I do realize is that there are a lot of people of God, people in the kingdom of God, who need that opportunity, need that platform, and they're looking for somewhere to go.
Well, no, they have. But Miss Be Inspired, one thing I got to jot in here, and I'm doing it on purpose, is that the people of God have places to go, but they need quality places to go. Let's just put that out there, because I've seen some of those stations that, and that's why I didn't go, because the quality wasn't there. But what are you going to bring to the table that these other places are not?
Yes. First of all, I've spent years and years building a network. I have joined forces with so many different people and that can help me expertise-wise. My husband, who has that background in media and film and broadcasting, he has a degree from Towson, and now he's working on his master's degree at Micah. And so we have access to professionals, and that's what's going to set us apart, is the fact that we have access to professionals that can help us do this the right way. So we're not going to be pulling in people who maybe don't have the background. We're going to be pulling in professionals that can help.
Say that one more time. You're going to be pulling in what?
Professionals who
have.
So no, I'm not going to be the engineer. I'm the business mind. I'm putting together the plan and stuff like that. There will be people hired who have the background expertise to be able to do it.
And I'll be her guest media coach. I'm just already naming and claiming my new job in the business.
So in 2019, I'm not afraid to say that because that's something that we're doing. We're stepping out on faith. God put that on us, and he would not have put it on us if it wasn't something that he wanted us to do. And we are believing God, but for right now, we're offering media services, film services. If people need commercials, if people need to find sponsorships, our company will help them do that. We already have a few clients, thankfully, that we're working with that I'm grateful for, that has taken a chance on us as a small business. And people don't have to do that, but they believe in what we're doing, and I'm grateful for that. So
awesome sauce. The conversations will probably be coming to sit in the office pretty soon because, we'll talk because you know how we do.
Yeah.
But you said something that was really clear, that was really cool, and I started out the show talking about Lot and his wife, but you said that you and your husband had to become on one accord, and you have children. So how, stepping into this industry, into this entertainment industry, how is that affecting your relationship, or what advice would you give, let's say, a couple that is looking at embarking upon this?
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be real honest. At first, my husband and we weren't on one accord. Mm-hmm. We were a little afraid because sometimes when you and a spouse, a husband and wife team comes together, they may fear that this could separate them. Mm-hmm. But what we decided to do was find a common ground in this. What is it that both of us can enjoy and do, but yet we can still exercise our individuality? Because that's the key. That right there is the key. Sometimes you share everything that when you go into business and share, it could cause conflict. But what we did was we found our common ground was that we both really want to help people and give people a chance and a platform just like we received. That's our passion. Honestly, Deborah, my passion is that I want to give people the opportunity that was given to me.
Exactly.
All those years ago, somebody took a chance on me and allowed me to come on their station or allowed me to come on their platform. And I want to return that. And so that's what my husband and I have in common. But yet we're able to exercise our individuality. He's in the film industry, and then I'm bringing the business and broadcasting side to it. And now we can bring our skill sets together. And so that's what makes it workable. I would say to husbands and wives, don't be afraid of bringing your skill sets together. Yes, you may share a lot, but you may discover even more interesting things about your spouse when you decide to bring your skills together and work together. And it does not have to destroy your relationship. Find your common ground, but then also respect each other's differences and allow each other to flow in those areas.
I love it. Well, lady, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with Miss B Inspire, and we're going to finish out our conversation, but we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with you. with Conversations with Deborah Franklin with my special guest, who is, y'all, let me tell you how my friends love me. They can be stuck on the side of the road and will still call in to make sure they are on my show. So this is why you got to have friends that love you for real. Because she could have just said, deuces, you on your own, sister. But Miss B inspired herself. Girl, welcome back. Welcome back. We are talking about transitions. We left off in our past segment. We were talking about working as a couple in a relationship. And you said, one thing that you said that I really thought was really cool is that you said recognizing your strength, basically your strengths and weaknesses. What helps you keep your individuality? So what would you say to that? Now, do you say that to anybody that's going into business with each other? Because we kind of experience that with them girls,
Yeah.
How do you go into business with people or develop a relationship when you're trying to find that common area, but also how to keep your identity? You good? I don't know. I see you, but I don't hear you. I know. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. It looks like we had some technical difficulties. Looks like something's going on, so we will be right back with you. Welcome to Conversations with Deborah Franklin. I guess you see, I have some people on the set with me. Well, guys, I wanted to introduce you to why. Well, let me tell you the real reason why we're doing tonight's show about transitions is that conversation is going through some major transitions. We have just expanded our team, and I have to say team because we all work together. Kim, who is my new. Well, she's not too new. She's been working with me now for a while, but nobody knew. My behind the scenes person, my show manager, she has stepped in and has been helping us take this show to another level. And now I have a new assistant that is like with me like all the time. She probably is getting tired of me already, and she just started. And this is Demi. And I just wanted to introduce you to my team, Girl Power, going into 2019. Y'all, introduce yourselves. She talk about hi everybody. Y'all, she talk way more than this because she hang out with some loud people. Yeah, she worked with me and the Lounge Boys. I know you can't believe it, but I got to shout out to them too because they my loud buddies that come in after me, but I love them to death because it's just cool to hang out with them. So ladies, which one wants to go first? Introduce yourselves and just say one thing about the show that you're excited about.
I'm Kim. I'm excited just to see Deborah grow into the new season. I'm excited for myself to be a part of her team. That's two things. And the third thing is just things are going to be bigger and better, so just watch out for us.
Yes, right. Demi, y'all, this is my college graduate that I have working with me. I'm so excited. She got a real degree. She didn't get a degree with me. So why she working with me, I can't tell y'all. Because she got a degree like in science. She want to be dealing with people in... Yeah, who does that? But anyway, just tell everybody who you are and why are you excited about working on the team?
Well, I'm excited, just like she said, to see you grow and just see a different side of you because we work with a nonprofit with children, so that's a completely different thing. And just to be your assistant and help you out because I know you need the help.
Ooh, I don't know how to take that. She said I know. She know I need the help. Yeah, because I messed up my schedule today because I kind of did it myself and I had myself scheduled like at 3 places. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. Was not pretty at all. But y'all, I'm so excited about this team. I'm so excited about having some fearless women working with me that aren't afraid to jump out and just do it. I come up with these crazy ideas and they be like, Kim will be like, and I can hear her doing this like on the other side. She don't think it's like she probably doing it and I don't see it, but she be like, well, did you think about that? I said, I thought I did. You didn't think I did? Clearly she didn't. But it's like, I like it to the point that they're not yes people. And I think that's the biggest thing is because I wanted to build a team of people, of women, and which is really strange because I never in a million years would have thought that I would have built a team of all women. So, ladies, how do you guys feel about working on a team of nothing but women? Because stereotypically, we're not supposed to work together. So, how does that make you feel? Because y'all know the conversation is all about motivation and taking it to another level and celebrating a sister. So, yeah, I threw it on y'all. Come on, whichever one wants to chime in.
Well, I did go to an all-girls school in high school, so it's not really anything too different. And I feel like when I was in college, I worked better with my female counterparts than the male ones. So
Okay.
It's not really that different.
That's it. She young, yo. She young. She's the baby of the bunch.
Well, for me, it's a great transition. I'm very strong-minded. I hang around a bunch of fellas all day, every day. But it's nice to be one of the women, one of the girls, and to just give back the knowledge that I've known, things that I've gone through, someone to lift me up for me to be an inspiration to others.
I like it because one thing that motivates me about working with women is that especially when we all are individuals and we don't have a problem with being who we are and bringing to the table what we bring. Because Kim definitely brings the go get itness. That's the best word. I made up a word, y'all. Y'all heard that first right here. Go get itness. And she brings in. We're kind of like that yin and the yang. When I come up with something that's kind of, she'd be like. She'd be like, did you think about that? Probably not. I just sound good. I thought we could do it. Because I'm a visionary. And it's like when I see it and I think that's something I can do, I think I should be able to do it right then. And then it's like, but it's cool because what motivates you guys just to be, what do you do? What do you like to do? I'm just going to, you know what? I'm tired of being serious. What y'all like to do for fun? What else y'all like to do?
I like helping other people. I got into this position just by supporting my friends who come on at 7 p.m. right after Deborah.
Yeah, she did.
And just always wanting to see people grow. I don't care if the idea is really outrageous and stupid, but I'm there to support.
And she will tell you that's outrageous and stupid. Yeah. She will. What about you, Mama Sita? What you like to do for fun besides go to your friend's house?
Well,
I don't even know these chicks that I work with. What a concept.
I do also like to help, but in a different aspect because I do have a degree in biochemistry. It's more of the science aspect, and hopefully one day working in a crime lab just to help the community.
Yeah, she did say crime lab, y'all. She's like my what you call it, my what's that show? My CSI. Yes. That's what she want to do. Exactly. She got when I tell you she gets passionate about talking about a lab, she was like, I don't know why. They just won't get the lab done. They did this. I'm sitting there like really? She goes in about the lab, and I'm like, okay, when you get through, I'm glad you excited because right now you lost me at hiding the files and losing the tubes or something. I was done. I got a degree to talk, and you talk about tubes and all that kind of stuff. But y'all, I just wanted to introduce you guys to my new team because Conversation is getting ready to move to a new night and new time. Yes, we are moving. That is part of our transition, part of this show. The ladies and I will be moving to Monday nights at 7 p.m. I'm so excited about that because now we are getting ready to be, for lack of a better statement, in prime time. We won't be on Saturdays, but I'm so excited about still being on this station. And then the first of the year, we will be transitioning another time, but we're going to wait before we put all that out because, y'all, we getting ready to do some bigger and better things. So if you know somebody that wants to get on the platform, that sings, that's a chef, I met some people today. I've already started to book the first show in January. I'm so excited about that. But we want to hear from you. What would you like to see new on Conversations with Deborah Franklin, or what would you like for us to do? Bring back? Because we've done recipe diaries, we've done shoe game, we had
singers, from all genres, authors.
Yes, a lot of authors.
So if you act, if you're a comedian, if you can sing, if you can rap, but not the hardcore rap.
Yeah, you got to have a message. Yeah, yes.
Mixologist.
Yes. And I'm not even the crazy part. I'm talking about yes. And I'm not even a drinker of the bunch. That's the funny part. I went on the show today and she had made gummy bears out of mule. How you say that thing? That's it. That's it. She made gummy bears, and all I had was one. And I was like, "Yeah, Lord, it's time to take a nap," because I was done. So, needless to say, we want everybody from all genres, from all walks of life, to come, share what you have, because we want to show people that we can do everything. Because this platform is not only, and I have to go back. If you saw part of the interview for Miss B Expired, the platform that I'm developing is to help others. I want to be able to reach back into my community, reach back to somebody else, and give them something, an opportunity to share what they have, their skill, their talent with the world, because you just never know. I've actually had several people come on and play they launched their first CD on my show. I was like, yes! So I can easily say, you heard it first here live on Conversations with Deborah Franklin. So yeah, I like saying that, but I want to say it even more. And I want you guys to welcome my team, because you are only as good as the team that you have working with you, not behind you, but with you. And then these ladies, they give me show ideas, they give me guest ideas, but we want to hear from you, the audience. Who would you suggest? Who would you like to see come on the show, especially the first of the year? We are doing some things totally different. Well, ladies, we're getting ready to close out. Do y'all have it? Would y'all like to share anything with our viewers tonight?
Believe in yourself.
Oh, come on. Look at her. Look, she's been hanging out with me. Look, come on. She got a motivational moment. Yes, come on.
Believe in yourself and never just stop trusting. Whatever path that you feel that you need to walk it. Good and bad or indifferent.
I like it. You got something? Our youngster of the bunch?
I was just going to say hello. It's nice to be here. This is really new and different for me because, like I said, I usually spend my time in the lab, so away from other people. So this is bringing me out of my shell.
And the funny part about it, she will do well at keeping my calendar because that's what she does. Behind closed doors, because she said that. She was like, "Where are you going? That's not on your calendar." And this is before she got the job. So I was like, y'all, I'm so excited about my new team. I'm so excited about what we're getting ready to do. I just can't. Oh, because, when I go, they go. Because, a lot of times people say, well, who's your team? I say, I can't wait to start introducing them. And they get to see the other side of what conversation does outside of the studio. Because I'll be in Louisiana in December. She'll be coming on the show to talk about her event. The event is My Sister's Keeper. I think I'm saying that right. Where it's like a free dinner for homeless women and helping those women get to their next stop. Who's going to be the MC? Yours truly. So I'll be the MC in Monroe, Louisiana. I will get those dates for you and have those flyers. So we have some major announcements that are going to be coming up. And our biggest announcement is that in 2019, you ladies, you better get your passports. We will be in Cuba. Conversations for Deborah Franklin will be live in Cuba. We're going to be going on a business cruise, so they'll be able to see the other side of, because a lot of times people don't even know that I'm also a media coach as well as a show host, and I am a co-host on a show called The Tea. So it's like there are a lot of things that are happening with us behind the scenes, but now we're getting ready to show everybody, because now that I got a strong team, y'all, and then my travel team is a beast, so y'all haven't even seen nothing yet. So get ready, put your seatbelts on, because we getting ready to take this joint to another level. All right, guys, we'll be right back with you right after these messages.
Don't do that again.
She had this fake. Did y'all see that fake smile?
No. And look, it stays.
Conversations with Deborah Franklin. Y'all, I'm so excited about where the show is going. I'm so excited about what we're getting ready to do. Y'all, I told y'all, I am operating in a place of excitement, a place of just getting ready to take things to another level. Y'all, I cannot stress to you enough. Don't let the fear overtake you. Don't let your situation cloud what you want to do, because when you know God has given you a purpose and a destiny, it is time for you to walk in it, accept it, and trust the process. Because when you trust the process, no matter what happens, and I have to go back to what Miss B Inspired said, when you are walking in your plan and your purpose, the doors will open. The support will come. The people that you need will come. I just introduced you to my team. If I had not been walking in my plan and my purpose, I would not have met them. I would not have been able to see their gifts, their gifting, and what they could do. And then they had to see my work and my work ethic and my integrity. Because when you have integrity, when you're walking in your plan and your purpose, you have no other choice but to move forward and succeed. You have no other choice but to go to the next level. Because when God has ordained you to take it to another level, you will go to that level no matter what is going on around you. Doesn't matter if your parents don't support you. Doesn't matter if your family doesn't support you. Doesn't matter if the people around you are constantly naysaying you. But one thing that you you have to remember is when you are sure and know for yourself that you are doing what you have been called to do, that you will do it. You will be successful. You will not be like Lot's wife to keep looking back of what shoulda, coulda, woulda, maybe kinda, sorta could have happened. But you're gonna have to keep walking like Lot. Keep walking to your destiny. Keep moving in your destiny, and then you will get the promises of the land, of the. You know what? Let me get out of that. You will get the promises that God has told you. If you have been praying for the car, praying for the husband, praying for the wife, praying for the children, whatever you have put forth, when you walk in your plan, in your purpose, and your destiny, God will definitely open those doors for you. You have got to take off your blinders and look at the world. Start living in color and stop living in black and white. Because when you live in color, you start to see things in a different perspective. You start to see things as they are, and trust the people that are around you, because and then you got to also think about this. Start looking at what your intentions are. And then when you start to look for someone else to help you, look at yourself and see, or have you been a help to somebody else? Because it's only lonely at the top if you don't take somebody with you. And that's what you have to remember, guys, because in this season of transition, things are going to start to fall away, and you got to trust the people that leave you. Trust that the people that leave you were not there anyway. It's not there for you anyway. And everything has a season. And that maybe their season was just to get you to that level that you are. Don't ponder on it. Don't stay on it, but just move on it and be the best that you can be. All right, guys, like us on Facebook, share this video. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all social media. Conversations with Deborah Franklin. Go to our website, conversationswithdeborahfranklin.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Make sure that you comment, inbox us, DM us. Let us know what's going on. If you have any show suggestions, make sure you let us know that as well. We look forward to hear from you very, very soon, and we're getting ready for the move. Love you to life. Have a good one.